Tesla has had a big month across a bunch of their different sites where construction is taking place, so let's look at them for the month of October, side-by-side progress across nearly every Tesla factory site. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. Big shout out to my newest patrons, Adam, Scott, Kristen, and Gary Rooksby. This time I spelled your name right. Apologize for that. Yeah, the patrons are the reason I'm able to do this. You can support me on Patreon or Twitter by becoming a subscriber or YouTube by becoming a channel member. And you're the reason I'm able to do this because, like on this video, I'll probably make 15, 20 bucks. And it's going to take me like 7-8 hours to edit, because it's a lot of work. And of course, that doesn't even include all the time I spent going through it earlier in the month and actually making the notes. But I love doing it because these are the kind of videos I want to see. And I know you like them too. So that's great. In Fremont, the footings where we believe the next casting machine will be placed are curing. It's looking pretty good. In Nevada, there's been some trenching. Maybe this will become the start of the expansion. We don't know yet, but I don't know why they would be putting drainage of this caliber in the middle of a parking lot if it weren't to do something big. In Shanghai, well, we've got our first footage in 2 months, and there isn't much to see, and hasn't changed. The lot is full. There's nothing to build on. And for that matter, they're being a little bit hostile about allowing drone flights. Jason Yang has let us know that he has lost 2 of his drones in the last few months, and he will no longer be flying near Giga Shanghai. Wuwa still flies sometimes, but he flies the perimeter. Jason was also flying the perimeter, but his drones have been taken down, because in China, it's legal to own that kind of equipment to take down other people's drones. In Berlin, there's a warehouse on wheels expansion to the far east that is done. It's all paved. It's got some trailers on it already, so that's good. The recycling buildings, the second one is done. The third one is underway. And the bridge work over by the highway, looking great. It's moving forward at about the speed you would expect from a municipal type of project. Highway projects take some time historically, and this one is no exception. In the parking lot, the employee parking lot, where we had hoped to see the solar canopies go up, no, it's level 2 charging for employees, and it's in, and much of it is running. There's already cars parked there. It appears to be kind of done. By the bike racks at the main entrance there's topsoil going in. This may become grass, hopefully, because a lot of times they don't put in topsoil first, and they don't understand why the grass doesn't grow in sand. Grass can grow in sand, just not quite as well. And it looks like they're doing a clearing at the far north end of the property along the train tracks, where they expect to put in a second rail station. This is exciting because it means the plan to expand the factory is definitely still on. But what do you guys think they're going to build there? Is it going to be the compact car? Is it going to be a semi? Is it going to be Model 3? What's going to go in up there? I know my vote is the compact, but hey. And a reminder, this Saturday is the first official day of my Tesla Weekend, because even though I've been doing this just over 3 years, I will be taking delivery of my own Model Y at the Vancouver, Washington Tesla location at noon. This Saturday, if you want to come out, there's already going to be an event hosted by the Southwest Washington Owners Club. Pure coincidence. And it's happening at the same time. So there's already going to be somebody there, so it wouldn't be too weird. You're just a Tesla fan at a Tesla event and visiting me, so that's cool. In Texas, there's been more work on the apron along the east side. There's 2 spots where they have cut up the pavement to rework it. The Cybertruck castings have been moved inside. That's interesting. And the east side staining continues its march northward. There's conduit on the east side that from the switchyard that has been put in. They dug a trench, they put in the conduit, and it's closed off. As we move south, we'll see that the south end of the building has been closed off to the point where they have actually covered the window holes and mudded them. It looks like it's more of a concrete kind of mix, So that's pretty interesting. The southeast end is where they've been putting in all the footings, new footings, tons of them. It's going up quick, and it gives you an idea of how much larger it's going to be as they continue expanding south. Joe Tetmeyer, whose footage this is, estimates 120 meters, about 400 feet. And they've been at that end doing paving of the roads at the south end. A lot going on down here. Along the west side of the building, there's been more hydro seeding along the highway. And then moving all the way around to the southwest, where we've got the parking structure going in, they finished grading, they put down geotextile, and have started the foundation work. You can see lots of footings that are going in, and they've been doing tons of drainage work over here as well. Over by the cathode plant, we can see there's walls that have been replaced. Lots of materials have been put into this building. It's moving forward. I don't think the year-end target is as realistic as I'd hoped, but it could still happen. There's been expanded pavement by the test lab and clearing to the east of all of this to add a very large detention pond. The dye shop has windows. Those appear basically done. And just to the north of the dye shop, they've put in a little building there, a little structure that has perhaps a furnace. And there's been a lot of paving added around the dye shop and cathode building. The intersection has been paved near the cathode building, and they're expanding this road. This is going to be a big double-lane proper road at some point. Up at the switchyard, they've done a lot of work on the power pole, and they've de-energized the temporary switchyard, which means they're getting the permanent switchyard, I guess, switched on, because you got to have power, and it appears they have power. There's fencing around the megapack, and you can see the megapack yard also moving along slowly, but in the right direction. There's more drainage in the far west of the site, on the other side of the highway. They've got drainage in. They've put curbs on the roads over there. And they've done more trench work, more site prep, really. And the building itself is close to done. It's got all of its columns. It's got most of its walls. It's got most of its roof. And they've even extended the slab south and finished that too. So the building is not just closer to done, but it's bigger and still closer to done. And in the far west, we also see some road work going on, more grading going on, and more earthwork. They've been pulling dirt out from over there. And I feel bad for these homeowners who live over there, who for years lived next to a quiet, serene, what felt like a nature preserve, and now it's an active construction site. But worry not, it'll get quieter in coming months or years. And you got a good deal, I assume. And you knew it was coming, so... In Mexico, we have nothing to report. The governor of Mexico believes it's moving forward. I have no reason not to believe him. And in Corpus Christi, we haven't seen any developments because our man in the sky, Joe Tetmeyer, has not had an opportunity to return just yet. But when that one comes, it's gonna be a doozy. Oh, these are a lot of work. So, of course, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? All that good stuff. Leave it in the comments below, as you do. Like, subscribe, leave some comments. Leave some comments. You know, I enjoy doing these. I hope to keep doing them. Yeah, they're just very stressful because there's so much work. Yeah, and they don't always perform as well as they do when there's big news. So when we get a big update on Corpus Christi, I assume that will be a better video, be a bigger video at least, when Mexico is underway, when we've got construction at 2 or 3 sites. Shanghai's been done for so long now. Berlin is just inching along. Texas has a lot. It's now most of the video. But we'll get there. Nevada, all of it. We'll get there. It's going to be fun, you guys. You'll see. So, yeah, with that said, I do have a little surprise coming up. I worked out a deal with a guy I know who's going to be making a very special item that will be available in time for Black Friday. That'll be fun and affordable and necessary. You'll love it. I'm very excited about that. We'll see how it goes. And with that said, I should say it's probably going to be a fundraiser to see if we can get me to Texas for the Cybertruck event, because I'd really like to go to that. But we'll see. We'll see.